From the world of fashion, from the catwalk, from music, anywhere architecture, and you'll see all of those inspirations used in the alignment collection, and basically we align those things together, and in doing that it produces the cuts and the colour trends that you see within the collection today. 8 cuts, 8 colours, all combined together with 2 boys plus 4 editorial looks make up the alignment DVD set for this year. I'm going to just come around the team very quickly because they're very keen to get going, and especially keen is this young lady in the middle. This is Michaela Olive. Michaela's based in our London Academy, and she's one of our international technical directors. Michaela.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here, and welcome to the TONI&GUY stand. So today the technique I'm working on is called the balloon. The balloon is the shortest haircut we got in the collection, and that why the technique is very freehand. So as you can see, I haven't got any section pattern on my hair, but I pre-section the hair, and I'm going straight away with my collar to make the hair stand in the way I want. This technique is all about creating texture into the haircut and give illuminating perimeter and illuminating areas through the top and the top.
Okay, Michaela, that's great. I'll let you crack on there. We'll come back to you maybe a couple of times just to get a little bit of an update on how we're progressing through. But before they cut all the hair off, I'm going to come over to the young lady on my right. This is Emma Hodgkin. She's based in our London Academy here in London. It's funny that, it's called the London Academy. So, Emma, what are you doing?
Okay, so hi everybody. The shape I'm working on for you today is a haircut called the alto. Now with the alto, what we're doing is looking at maintaining a feeling of length, but introducing a lot more internal volume, a lot more internal texture throughout the shape, and then also working with a fringe detail. Now at TONI&GUY, it's all about putting the right shape on the right people. So what we're doing is just working with a slight variation of the technique, changing the proportion of the fringe. So rather than working with a shorter fringe, we're actually going to change the technique and just work with a slightly longer fringe detail, because we're looking at suitability and taste for our individual models.
Okay, Emma, so it's an alignment of lengths, it's an alignment of textures, it's alignment of different techniques that create those shapes, but then it's aligning it from what you see from what you learn from a DVD or from a demonstration, is then aligning that to your client that's coming into the salon. You'll see a variety every year in every collection. One thing that never really changes is the fact that we'll always work on a variety of lengths and a variety of textures. Why? Because we've got to translate what we learn technique-wise into the academies, and then from the academies onto our clients. Now, working on obviously longer hair, we've come here to Mohammed Safi, who's working here on a shorter hair. So Mohammed, just give us a little idea on what you're working there.
Thank you very much, Eamon. As Emma was saying, the whole idea behind each at-once collection is not about victimizing our client. It's about working with our client needs. In here, I'm working with the short part of the haircut within the collection. It's more of a graphic shape, so I'm going to work with more of a graduation around the perimeter area and more graphic shape around the ear, around the front area, replacing a little bit of texture around the top area to counterbalance my shape. So the shape is not wearable, so the shape is wearable and it's not too destroying. Thank you very much. Amen.
Okay, so we'll come back to you, Mo, as well. Give us a little bit more of an idea. He's got quite a task ahead of him because he's only got a short amount of time. He's got quite a lot of work to do. The lookbook for 2011-2012. We've producing books, as I say, for over 30 years now, and what we try to include in the book is obviously the collection from alignment, so all of the headshots plus the full length shots are included in the book this year. We've also the Essentials campaign and the Label M advertising campaign are featured heavily in there. Another part of the book is London Fashion Week. Now, we sponsor London Fashion Week, have been doing now for 12 seasons, or 12 years should I say, and within that time we're currently currently doing over 60 shows a year, working with some of the youngest designing talent in the world. It's a great inspiration for us. It allows us to work very, very closely with fashion, but also it's very raw fashion, is what we get at London Fashion Week. So very, very creative environment, and that's one of the things that we use to bring inspiration to our academy, or inspiration into where we're developing certain textures or certain shapes. Hair is about technique, it's about colour, but it's also about shape and texture. This is the thing that changes every year. Sometimes technique can remain similar, but it's how you're utilising those techniques that move on. Two things we're seeing this year is one of the things we call afflicted layering, which we see in a couple of the haircuts going through, and also sort of bending the rules, if you like, away from what you're classically taught. The rest of the book after London Fashion Week is that we've got 23 academies in the world. Obviously the flagship academy is here in London, but there's another 22 academies where we're conducting all of our education, the creative cut, the creative colour, the classic foundation courses, the men's courses, any of the educational courses that we hold through 23 academies. But also there's a lot of talent out there, and what we like to do is to collect the best of that talent in photographic form and then produce it and print it within a book. At the back of the book is the step-by-steps of the collection, so again, very educational. It's a fantastic book for having in the salon for your staff, to get inspiration for you to work on ideas on your clients, but also for your clients to get inspiration as well. Along with the lookbook this year,